Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 here on Evolution, brought to you by W.GG. Use code ECW10 for 10% off your order. Stay hydrated, stay refueled. As you heard the PA announcer say before, to start off the night, we will have an ECW Rules triple threat match. Introducing first, Kenny Omega. Omega coming off a loss to Karrion Kross for the #1 contender spot just weeks ago. He is no stranger to the ring. Lots of history in New Japan and AEW, just starting his career here.
And his opponents, first from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 170 pounds, the Superstar!
An absolute superstar, Javon Evans. Also, as you see, joined by his new side piece, Lash Legend. The newest addition to New Evolution, Ricky Saints. Saints is my former tag team partner in ECW, and he will join the new tag team, as I said before, New Evolution. We already have an enforcer. We need a little bit more swag. Saints brings the star power to my new faction, NXT superstar, and will be an Evolution superstar, no doubt. You can see that new attire, that blackout vest and those blackout glasses. Saints has got something to prove this year. First match of the night, here we go. Saints starting out with some early offense. Omega with a big knee. Everybody starting off with a little offense here as you see the big kick. Let me know on the feedback in the comments if you guys are liking the new HUD settings. With a big slam from Saints. Saints already showing what he can bring to the match, showing what he can bring to Evolution. As he's stomping on the wrist of Omega, Evans grabs a hammer and sneaks up from behind. Evans with a super kick to the face and a big move off the ropes. We can't do anything as Omega takes over. These men bullying Saints as he started off early. As I said previously, Lash Legend is joining Javon Evans. He can't do anything. Lash maybe needs to do something for him right now. What can Saints find under the ring here? Brings out a ladder. We want tables chance around the crowd. You've heard it weeks before. It's bound to be answered. And a big knee attempt by Omega missed. A big slam on the ladder to Saints into a pin. Broken up by Evans. Saints can't get anything going because, well, he's basically being jumped. Omega thrown to the floor by Evans. Saints thrown into the ropes. Leapfrog attempt by Evans. He can't get any offense either. We've seen this in his last match against the Dark Phantom. Jumping all around the ring, not being able to get anything actually to hit. Some big kicks there to Omega's face. Omega was busted in his last match as well. There we go. A big slam to Saints. And a kick out. Lash Legend can't believe it. Omega looking under the ring as well, bringing out that kendo stick all the way from Japan. But a hammer to the stomach of Omega. And a suplex into a pin by Saints. What a move. Can't even get to one. A big slam onto the back of Saints' neck by Omega. Taken over by Evans. Evans taunting Omega. And a big RKO. Omega's down. Kick out at one. We'll never know. Broken up by Saints. No implications on the line tonight. Just a great match and a great move by Saints. Those stars on the boots of Saints showing that star power and that star moveset. But Omega shakes it off. Pin set bound to be broken up by Evans. Evans looking to get some striking here. No MMA background, but a pretty moveset nonetheless. Shaking off that kendo stick. Omega struggling tonight. Struggling so far here in Evolution. But a big knee. Kick out at two. Again, we'll never know. Evans breaking up 3 pins here tonight. You know, Javon Evans might have the most interesting moveset in Evolution. A DDT attempt reversed by Omega immediately into a pin. Broken up at 1. Saints lurking in the background, grabs the kendo stick. Sorry, grabs the hammer. Neither men here can seem to be consistent. Omega definitely had most pin attempts. But Saints probably shown the most offense. Off the ropes. Rolls outside the ring. Evans is the only one legal here right now as he grabs the hammer. But Saints puts a ladder up between the ring and the announcer's table. Evans doing some damage with that hammer. Omega can't seem to really do too much this match, as I said before. Saints and Evans, the true contenders. A big move from Evans. I believe Lash Legend was joined by Metaphor previously in NXT. So not too much previous history between Javon Evans and Lash Legend, but they look to create some new history here on Evolution. Sorry, the screen went black there for a second. Talking about the history, getting lost in the history of Lash Legend and Javon Evans. Evans looking fired up here tonight. Omega thrown. Evans onto that ladder. And a big slam. I'm surprised he's not busted open. Saints put that ladder up there before, but Omega is the only one that seemed to have any use of it. Saints, look possibly on that ladder, but no men can take advantage of it. A big slam by Omega into a pin. Most likely going to get broken up by Omega. No, broken up by Saints himself. Omega thrown into the corner. And Evans with a big move off the top ropes, but Saints takes advantage. Lash Legends possibly taking off that top turnbuckle right there. Omega on the ground. Saints taking advantage of the match. He takes over of that big move off the top rope by Evans. A big win. Evolution, a new Evolution starting 2-0. A big win by Isaac Swagger last week to Dragon Lee, and a big win by Ricky Saints this week in the triple threat match. A great start to New Evolution. A strong style match here between Aleister Black and Charlie Dempsey is interrupted by Pete Dunne. He is here to join us on commentary here tonight. A cheap shot by Charlie Dempsey to Pete Dunne after Dunne's win a couple weeks ago. I said this was going to boil over, and well, here we are. Let's start this match already. Charlie Dempsey immediately showing some energy. And a big knee to the face to Aleister Black. Aleister Black dipping his toe into the strong style division here tonight. A possible contender. We'll see how tonight goes. Black, one half of House of Black. A powerhouse in the tag team division. Aleister has a strong MMA background, Dempsey couldn't do too much in his match against Dunne a couple weeks ago. Really embarrassed. And an absolute embarrassment, showing disrespect after the match. As you see it boil over here. Black in the ring, looking into the crowd sinisterly. Count already up to 6. 7. Dempsey needs to get on his feet. And Dempsey into the ring, almost at 9. Aleister Black with a big slam on the mat into a pin count. Dunne joining us here on commentary here tonight is a true contender in the strong style division. Again, as I said before, he picked up a win between Charlie Dempsey just weeks ago in a brutal strong style match just like this. But after the match, Dempsey showed disrespect as Dunne went to shake his hand by slapping Dunne in the face and running out of the ring before Pete could do anything else. I know that's got to get under Dunne's skin. Black looking for some strikes here. As Dempsey taking over. What is this? Dunn in the ring. I told you it would boil over. Dunn showing disrespect. Black not even getting a chance to show his opportunity. A strong style match. This match has been disqualified. And Dunn looking to show his offense on Dempsey as he felt disrespected before. Dunn up on the ropes. We've seen this in a big coup de grace. Dunn off the ropes. He misses that slam attempt. Dempsey with some slaps. We're in for a real treat here, folks. This rivalry has boiled over from weeks before. A big slam to Dunn. Dempsey looking to take the edge in this rivalry. Into a submission attempt. But Dunn takes over. Wrist lock. And a big hand snap. A big moonsault off the top ropes. As I said before, what a treat. Having to calm myself down a little bit here, take a drink of water. This rivalry has boiled over from weeks before. An absolute brutal rivalry. Dunn saying, I'll show you. A big slap off the chest.
Is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Sami Zayn, representing Power and Glory from Marieville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds.
One half of Power and Glory, Kevin Owens, everybody. What a match it's been here tonight. But no match is bound to be as brutal as this match here. Owens has his longtime best friend Sami Zayn in his corner tonight. He's going to need his help. Does this faction not give you goosebumps? I mean, come on. Evolution is my baby, but this might be the deadliest faction in Evolution. The Dangerous Alliance is the newest member is Baron Corbin. These two stars, Dark Phantom and his mentor Shawn Spears, are here to take over in the mind of Baron Corbin. Owens and Zayn were tested by the darkness, by House of Black, just weeks ago, and they are tested by the darkness here again tonight with the Dangerous Alliance. Immediately a pin attempt by Corbin. Owens says, absolutely not. This will be Owens' first solo match here in Evolution. Him and Zayn struggled to gain any offense just weeks ago. Hardly at all. A big stomp onto Baron Corbin's body. He's been little audio issue here, folks, as you see a big kick off the top ropes by Kevin Owens. As I said before, Baron Corbin has been struggling on his own. The Dangerous Alliance hopes to come in here and change that. Shawn Spears already in the mind of Dark Phantom, and he has been in the mind these last couple weeks of Baron Corbin. As you see him talking here to Kevin Owens, Corbin able to gain his stamina back, sneaking up behind Owens. Some big punches to the back. Owens hurt back. Owens' neck and back area is being brutalized here tonight. ECW rules. This is a ECW rules match, sorry. And a chair is brought out early. Owens in the corner, hit by a chair, into the face. Owens rolling out of that. A big slam. Owens needs to get Spears out of his head. Needs to worry about the match here. Corbin's able to gain his stamina back again. A pin attempt broken up at 1. You know, this is Baron Corbin's debut match, but he has been in the ring many times before, showing it here. A big slam to Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn needs to do something here. Kick out at 2. Owens has struggled here in Evolution so far. This is a brutal company, and it has showed. The We Want Tables. You know, we might as well put We Want Tables on a shirt, but a stunner on the ladder to Corbin. What a twist. A big kick out. 2.5. Owens is shocked. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by that stunner. Pin attempt here. Nope, sorry, I won't finish my sentence. That's it. Kevin Owens taking over the match with a quick stunner attempt and a moonsault off the top ropes. Owens starting off his solo career 1-0 with the helps of his longtime best friend Sami Zayn here. The Dangerous Alliance can't get in the mind too much of Baron Corbin. for the main event. Boy, oh boy, do we have a treat for you tonight. The first ever women's handicap match here at Evolution. Of course, no other than Nia Jax could be the one to debut. Your ECW Women's Champion absolutely dominated her first ever match and won that Women's Championship. She's been running her mouth in the locker room these last couple weeks though. As I was saying, Nia Jax had been running her mouth amongst the women in the locker room. And these women heard what she was saying and had something to say about it. Had something to do about it. Asuka had a match last week, unfortunately lost. But she was backed up by her longtime best friends, Damage Control. Nia Jax running her mouth a little bit about Asuka, and those longtime best friends of Asuka are here to back her up. Here we go. I am excited for this one, the first ever handicap match here at Evolution between Damage Control and Nia Jax, your ECW Women's Champion. Already Nia Jax showing that power, body slamming Kairi Sane to the ground. Dakota Kai and Kairi Sane gonna have to work together tonight. A big boot. A bit going up and going down. A big slam. But a kick to the face to Nia Jax. And dragged out of the ring by Asuka. Yep. Damage Control doing Damage Control things here. This match is getting out of hand already. Dakota Kai thrown into Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane's busted up. Oh my God. Count to 5. Asuka started this count to 6. Damage Control, as I said, doing Damage Control things. Nia Jax saying, come on ref, what is this? Get control of the match. As the count resets. Big Samoan headbutt there. Kairi Sane already busted up. She's going to be bleeding even more. Asuka backs up saying, I don't want any of that. Ref able to gain a little bit of control. Nia Jax working with the ref here. A pin attempt early on, not even to one. A kendo stick slid in by Asuka. Up. And down. Nope, onto the ropes. Anticlimactic. A big slam attempt by Nia Jax. Missing and hurting her elbow there a little bit. But Nia Jax able to take over. Kairi Sane showing a little bit of offense here tonight for Damage Control. Possibly needs to tag in her tag team partner. A big knee to that already busted face of Kairi Sane. And Nia Jax rolling out the ring. As I said previously, we know she's not scared of Asuka. She made it known in the locker room. Some smacks to the face to Nia Jax. Kairi Sane taking over. A small stomp to the chest of Nia Jax. A lot of action here in front of us here tonight. A count at 7. A possible count out here. Damage control absolutely okay with that. Uh-oh. That's it. Wow. What a cheap way to win.
Here are your winners.
And that would.
And Dakota Kai.
Honestly, for damage control, Oscar had to draw something up. That's the only way damage control could win. They couldn't win just by their bodies. They had to do it in a true heel fashion. Damage control picking up the win here in the main event.